On May 31st, 1999, Apescape released alongside Sony's 1997 controller, the DualShock. The goal was to show people how it actually worked. I don't know why they didn't just release it with the DualShock, especially since it was basically the only game that required it. I have no clue what to do with this intro. So before getting into the game, I should go over the very little story that's given to us, courtesy of the instructional manual. The story begins with the white monkey, Spector, coming upon a metal known as the Peak Point, a device that can heighten one's intelligence immensely. Using the newly acquired IQ, he mass produces the helmets and equips each monkey with one, forming an army of apes. The monkey mass infiltrates the professor's lab with the plan to use his time machine to travel through time to slip it up enough for apes to be the prominent species. At the same time, both Bud and Spike, later named Kakarook, are running up to the lab to see the professor and to also use the time machine, but as they arrive they both get sent back in time with the escaped simians. A short time afterwards, the professor sends you in there and club as you're given the goal to catch the apes that have escaped. Yes, I did just make that joke. So that's the story. I actually don't think the story is bad, but nothing happens with it. We get an intro, then nothing. No cutscene until the final fight. So the structure of the game is well mixed up. So to start off with, each stage has a certain amount of monkeys, so you get X amount of V, and that's all. Throughout the game you're given 9 gadgets, with each of them getting a tutorial. The Stun Club, a tool that lets you smack down the apes, allowing you to capture them easier. The Time Net, it lets you capture monkeys, just aim at them and fire. Water Net, it lets you swim up and down, nice and simple. The Monkey Radar, it shows you where the monkeys are, including some additional information about them. Slingshot Shooter, it's a slingshot thing. Every game back then had a shooting ability, but I don't know why you can shoot without being in first person. Wasn't like that in Apescape 2 or 3. The Dash Hoop, it lets you go fast and go up steep slopes without slipping. The Sky Flyer, this tool allows you to rev up a copter vehicle, as when activated, it flames spike up, and then slowly descends. RC Car, you move it with the right stick and can be used to activate switches and attack monkeys somewhat. And the final gadget is Secret, Cool and Mysterious. It's a boxing glove with a spring shot. Wasn't there a Nintendo toy like that? Throughout the stage there's a couple of different types of apes, as some have guns, some have missiles, and others run like whistles. There's also the ones that throw rocks. Bowling balls? I don't know. Can we just talk about how weird it is how the pants give them the abilities? Or did each monkey get tested then given the pants to distinguish them? Yellow monkeys are normal, cyan monkeys are shy, blue monkeys are faster, red monkeys are thicker, red monkeys fight back the most, black monkeys have guns, and green monkeys have missiles which will gun you down. Good mechanics can only work if the game is fun to play. Now this is the part where I'm mixed on the most. The left stick is very sensitive with directions, as only -5 to 5 degrees is straightforward, anything else sends you diagonal. Now this is an issue as there's sections in the game where you need to go perfectly forward, and this can cause people to slip up and fail. Never happened to me though, just too good. The other areas of controls do feel solid, as there was never a time I felt like messing up was my fault. The game itself isn't that long compared to other platformers, as it has 22 stages with each of them taking place in different time zones. Now this idea has been explored in other PlayStation platformers, with there being plenty of variety as it has you going from prehistoric eras, with you exploring castles to capture Spector. Most of them take some time between 7 to 15 minutes, and most of them don't feel like they drag out. Most of them. The only time the game feels like it's just padding out is in the final 3 stages. They have these special doors that require a certain amount of monkeys before they can open. These did appear in earlier stages, but in earlier stages you had to collect monkeys to beat it. With the doors, it now just makes it so that you have to get monkeys while simultaneously being told that the only monkeys that needed to be caught was Spector. This feels cheap, or in layman terms, misused. This game does lack in any specific boss fight like other games at the time, as it only really has the one boss fight, Spector, with other things that could be considered boss fights being the 2 buzz races, or the night fight after Tricky Tower. This is bizarre as every other platformer had a lot of boss fights, with some being better than others. but it's bizarre as in later games you do have actual boss fights, and quite a few of them at that. The music is a part of the game which is my favourite, as it goes for a more retro style. That is not the correct name. The style is very similar to Bomberman Hero. I don't exactly know how to get my point across, so instead I'm going to do an example of both of them, and I'll swap around what game songs are playing so that you can see what I mean. Overall, my opinion on the game is that it's a solid PS1 collectathon. It has a gimmick that doesn't feel aged, and it's a mostly smooth experience overall. It also looks higher end compared to other games on it. This was Critical Input, and I'll see you next time on Critical Critique. Or Critical Insight. I still don't know what to call it.